Jasmine Crockett opened her folder on live TV, and in seconds Donald and Melania Trump fell silent. What they tried to hide was suddenly out for the whole nation to see. It was supposed to be a calm town hall, but it turned into a national reckoning. The lights were bright, the air tense, and millions watched as President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania faced the truth. Across from them sat Representative Jasmine Crockett, calm and confident, a small yellow folder in front of her. The questions began simple: the economy, healthcare, foreign policy.
In his mind, in a time in which the American people are suffering, it's already been reported on as it relates to the inflation. We know that the job numbers were bad. We know that this big, ugly bill is going to directly harm so many people, not just the 17 million that are going to.
Trump spoke with confidence, dismissing every criticism and claiming his administration was the most transparent in history.
And not government coercion, domination, and control. We are born free, and we will stay free.
That was the moment Jasmine had been waiting for. Mr. President, she said calmly, you claim every dollar spent helped the American people. Yet some of those dollars funded private design projects under the First Lady's name. Would you like to explain that?
That obviously had a very close relationship with arguably one of the worst pedophiles that we've ever seen in this country. And he's gone from, I don't really know him like that, no, we're not really that close.
The studio fell silent. Melania's eyes shifted and Trump let out a forced laugh. Fake news, he said. You people just love drama.
Are they serious about that? Oh man. But we've done a job, but they've totally lost their confidence.
This isn't a story, Jasmine replied firmly. It's documented, and I have the receipts. She lifted the folder as the screen behind her lit up with invoices. $1.2 million for European marble and gold fittings, another $400,000 paid to a contractor linked to one of Trump's associates. I'm not nitpicking, she said softly. I'm showing what taxpayers paid for without their consent.
Left of our democracy will be gone. And unfortunately, that is exactly what he wants. And even more sadly, is that many of his followers agree with this. And I am thinking to myself, how is it that you can call yourself American or patriotic?
Melania cut in coldly. The White House must reflect excellence. Jasmine nodded. Excellence doesn't require deception. Trump leaned forward. So you're walking a fine line, Congresswoman. I'm walking on truth, she replied. And truth doesn't need permission. Online, the moment exploded. The Crockett exposes trended worldwide. Inside the studio, Trump's temper broke. You're putting on a show, he barked. Then prove me wrong, she shot back.
This literally is so big. As someone who practiced criminal law in Texas, in Arkansas, and in federal courts, I have never seen a case this big.
Seconds later, the network's fact-checkers confirmed 2 of her documents live on air. The crowd gasped. Trump slammed his hand on the table, shouting, "Fake witch hunt." Jasmine didn't raise her voice. You can shout at me, she said, but you can't shout away records. They don't bend to politics. When asked what she hoped to achieve, she looked straight into the camera. Clarity, accountability. Leadership isn't about status. It's about service. And service means transparency. Across America, kitchens went silent. In diners and dorms, people stopped mid-sentence. They weren't watching a debate. They were watching courage. By morning, her calm defiance was the headline, "Truth doesn't need permission." Crowds gathered outside her office holding signs that read, "Truth has no party and stand tall, Jasmine." Reporters asked if she feared retaliation. "Fear doesn't build democracy," she said. "Truth does." Inside the White House, chaos spread. Staff argued over damage control, while investigators quietly began verifying more of Jasmine's documents. Each confirmation added pressure and credibility. What began as a TV moment had become an official inquiry. 2 weeks later, the nation was still divided, but everyone agreed they had witnessed something real. Jasmine told supporters, "This isn't about me. It's about us, about never being afraid to question those in power." Across town, the president grew quiet. His aides spoke for him. His confidence faded. When asked about the confrontation, Jasmine simply said, "Sometimes silence says more than denial ever could." Months later, the image still lingered. Jasmine Crockett holding a folder, as truth shattered the illusion of untouchable power. It reminded the nation that courage doesn't always shout. Sometimes it simply refuses to stay silent. Because silence may protect comfort, but it never protects integrity, and truth, no matter how long it's buried, always finds air. If you believe in accountability, honesty, and the courage to speak when it matters most, stay informed, stay loud.
He's only looked out for one person, himself.